back to my channel. Today we are doing a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me whatever questions you want to ask on... Wait, what? I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions over on my Instagram. I wrote them all out, so let's go through them and answer these questions for y'all. The first question asked, how old are you? I am 18 and my birthday is May 8th, so I will be 19 this summer. That's so scary to think about. Someone else asked, what is something you want to change? They didn't say like specifics in my life, on myself. So I'm just gonna think of like the first thing that pops into my head. I would say motivation. I feel like I want to be like more of a motivated, like morning person type of girl. I'm just not. But I wish I had more motivation to like get up and work out, eat healthy, drink my greens, have a smoothie. I'm just not that girl, but maybe one day, maybe we could do a vlog of that. Who knows? Next we have, how long have you and your boyfriend been together? We have been together for 1 year and 9 months yesterday. So go us! Yay! Yeah. I love him so much. He's the best boyfriend ever. Maybe me and him should do a Q&A together. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, we're doing that. Next question is, what are your future plans? I have like an idea of what I want my future to be like, but I don't have any specifics of like what. That doesn't make sense. I hope that my social media grows and that's the path I'm able to take. But if not, I guess we're just gonna be getting a little office job or something. I don't know. I don't know what the future has for me. I would love to continue doing social media. And hopefully that's what God is calling me to do, but it's all in God's hands. He's gonna do what he will with my life and I'm gonna allow it. Next one is, when do you think you and your boyfriend will get engaged? I don't know. If I were to guess, I would say in like 2 to 3 years. At most, like 3 years. At most, but I don't know. That's a him question. I feel like we're still like babies. I feel like I'm still 16 years old. So I'm like, I don't know. But like at the same time, I'm like, put a ring on it. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm nervous. What are your favorite TikToks to make and why? I feel like definitely my get dressed with me's or makeup videos are my favorites. Just because I feel like they're back to the basics. Like that's when I started like getting following. And so that's like my favorite videos to make now. I almost dropped my paper. I also love filming hauls and like shopping videos, but I don't do that as often as I do the other stuff. Next is, what is your favorite hairstyle and can we get a tutorial? Ooh, I really have to think on this. I feel like I just love to curl my hair basically. I don't do it often because of the heat damage, but that's probably like my favorite. I do love a good slick back pony though. Next is, how did you and your boyfriend meet? This is kind of a hard question to answer because we just live in a small town where everyone knows everyone. Everyone knows their grandma. Everyone knows their dog's name. Like everyone just knows everybody. So I feel like we've just known each other, but I feel like we really met each other at church, I would say. Yeah, I feel like church. How do you maintain a healthy relationship with Jesus even in the hard times? That is a very deep question, even though it doesn't sound very deep. I feel like even when you feel like God doesn't hear you or isn't listening to you, you just gotta keep going. Like you just have to continue reading your Bible, continue praying, pray harder, pray deeper, worship deeper. Like just don't give up, basically. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And eventually you'll get out of that funk. We all go through the hard times with Jesus. I'm stuttering, guys. We all have that time in our life where we feel like God isn't listening or we're just every bad thing after another, but we will get out of that funk. Just call on Jesus. Continue to pray and read your Bible and worship even when you feel like nothing's happening. Just continue. Trust me. Keep pushing into Jesus. Like that's the best thing you can do. Even though it's hard and it's difficult and you don't want to because you feel like you're getting nothing out of it, but just keep doing it. Trust me. That got deep, but the next question is, what animals do you want to have in your future? I think I'm gonna end up having like a little farm. I'm not saying like a full-on farm. I'm just saying like chickens. Like I want to have some chickens, some goats. I also really want to have a wiener dog, which is random, but I really want a wiener dog. I bet my boyfriend, when we get married, he's gonna want to have cows. So we'll probably have a little farm going on, but nothing too crazy. Maybe some alpacas. That would low-key be cool, like a little alpaca farm. Definitely goats, and a little weenie dog. How long have you been going to church, and what is your best tip on reading the Bible? I've been going to church for literally as long as I can remember. I don't think there was a time that I wasn't in church. I just grew up in church. My parents didn't grow up in church, but they raised us in church, which I'm very appreciative of. My best tip on reading the Bible is praying before you read your Bible, and obviously praying after. When I read my Bible, I like to take notes and just read verse by verse, take a little note. I suggest reading in John first. That was the first book of the Bible I read all the way through, and it was so good. I absolutely recommend John. And then after you read John, I'd recommend reading some of the smaller books like First Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Thessalonians, Colossians, Hebrews, just those smaller books to build your way up to reading like the bigger books, because when you're first getting started, I feel like it's hard to read something as big as like Acts or something crazy big like that. I would just start small and work your way up and take notes, pray as you're reading. There might be days you feel like you got nothing out of the Bible, but that's why there's always tomorrow. Yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to DM me, and sorry, I just kicked you. I would love to help you on your Bible, on your journey with Jesus. If you could live anywhere, where and why? That has actually been on my mind a lot lately with me being 18. I'm not ready to move out yet, but like with thoughts of like, what am I going to do? Like when I'm ready to move out, like where do I want to move? I feel like I want to stay close to my family, but I also have such a desire to travel and see the world. So I really don't know where I'm going to move. I feel like I am interested in like living in Tennessee or like Florida or Alabama, somewhere in that area, but I don't know specifically. Nowhere cold. Like I don't want to go to like Alaska or something. Next is, what is your favorite book of the Bible? Like I said, we talked about earlier, I would say John, because that was the first book I ever read all the way through. So it just has a special place in my heart. Next we have, why did you not end up going to a college or a university? Honestly, there was just nothing for me that I felt like I wanted to do that required college. If like in the future I decide I want to go to college, like I have a job that requires college and it's like my passion, like that's what I feel like I'm meant to do, I'll absolutely go to college. But currently I just don't feel like anything I want to do requires college. And it's just a lot of money to not really know what I want to do. So if I figure out what I want to do and it requires college, I'll do it. But for right now, college isn't even in the books. It's not even on my mind, honestly. What made you want to start TikTok, and how long have you been doing it? So I have been doing TikTok since it was Musical.ly, but I wasn't like posting and like getting views or anything. I was just doing it for fun. So I have probably posted TikTok. When did Musical.ly even come out? Probably like 10 years. Oh my gosh, that hurt. And then last January, my videos just randomly started like blowing up, and I was like, oh, wasn't expecting that. Like I genuinely wasn't expecting it. I was just posting for fun. And then one of my videos happened to do good, and I was like, okay, period. And then they all started doing a little bit good, and I was like, this is weird. And then now we're here. Now I have a YouTube channel. I'm just so blessed that this is my life, and it was definitely so random. Like I was just doing my normal thing that I did every day. I just felt like vlogging when I did makeup, because when I was 7 years old, I'd pretend I had a YouTube channel. So I was like, might as well post some TikToks. And now we're here, so it's super fun. And the last question is, what is your least favorite thing about doing social media? I want to say the hate and the fakeness. I feel like people on social media are so fake, and then people also feel like they have the need to comment on every little thing you do in your life. Even with my Get Dressed With Me's or like try on hauls, people will be like, I don't like that, return it. Like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't buy it for you, I bought it for me. You don't need to comment your opinion, okay? I didn't ask for it, you know? Which I feel like I'm honored. Like, not a lot of my videos get hate, but people obviously are going to be in the comments being a hater. And that's probably the worst part of social media. You just gotta understand that they're behind the screen, sad little typers, and you're out here doing social media. So I don't know, that's probably the worst part, the hate and the fakeness, but it's to be expected. I was prepared, I guess, kind of a little bit. Who can be fully prepared for the hate? That's all I gotta say. And those are all of my Q&A questions. that was fun. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down all your next YouTube video ideas you want to see me do, and I love you so much. Bye. Have the best day ever.